Hey folks, welcome to our normal Thursday stream. It's been a while because I missed the last two because of a certain little event that was going on called Eternal Weekends. And I'm going to do a quick recap of basically how that weekend went for me. Spoiler alert, it was not very good. But that's okay. We're going to talk about it, talk about what happens, and importantly talk about the cards that we're going to try playing tonight. Um, So, with no further ado, I played basically the list that I've been playing on stream with a couple key differences. Um, the first big difference, the differences are only in the sideboard, I should say. A tiny difference here is that I ordered Allegiance to Ashes. I intended to play it, and then it just never arrived. So I didn't get to play it. I never drew Council's Judgment, was never in a situation where it had mattered anyway, but that was kind of annoying. So I just played the Council's Judgment. In fact, that card has still not arrived almost a week, or I guess pretty much a week later from when I left for Pittsburgh. So that's annoying. The much bigger change that I made because I can't. It's funny. I went into this tournament. I basically change a card almost every time I'm registering a sideboard for a new tournament. I came into this one feeling like maybe this is going to be the time that I don't do it. Um, but I should have known better and knew that I would have to change something, and so that's where this Cabal therapy comes into play. I knew people had it. It's just I didn't want to have the one non-foil and have that whole thing, and just it didn't really matter that much to me. Um, so this Cabal therapy. Um, Thank you for being here, Jason. I was gonna say this brainworm is courtesy of Luanil, Jason K Murray on Twitter. He brought this up about a weekish ago, as I guess a little over a week ago, as an idea for um, D&T, just because Fornia, thank you so much for the sub, 2 month streak. I really appreciate that. Um, Thoughtseize has been a great card in this deck. I love getting to trade one for one pretty early. Um, and I think there's absolutely merit to exploring the idea of adding extra discard spells. Um, the nice thing about Cabal Therapy is that we're a deck full of creatures, and you have creatures you can sack. We have orc armies in particular that we're happy to. Um, Obviously, not guaranteeing that you get a card is a little rough, but you can usually read what's happening in the mid game. You can blind name Force of Will a lot of times when you just need a card to resolve and you don't really care about anything else going on. And yeah, so this here's the full progression. I'll try to do the condensed version of it. Jason talks about it. I think, that's cool. I don't know where it's going. Katie talks to our very close friend, also playing D&T, who was messaging me earlier that day about the same problem I'm going to talk about in a second. Katie convinces Sam to play it. Katie convinces me to play it. Or I should say, we talk with Jason about it. I get convinced to play it, and then I go into the event hall Saturday morning and buy a Cabal Therapy and put it in my deck. So the the change that I made here is I cut the deafening silence for this Cabal Therapy, which is the big anxiety I had going into this tournament. Is that I hate the Storm cards in our sideboard. I think they're a necessity in a lot of ways, but I think it really sucks feeling like these cards are dead in 90% of matchups, but you just need to have them in your board so that you can survive past the first couple of rounds when there could be a lot of nonsense that's going around. And then after that, you'll certainly play against a combo deck here or there. But for the most part, and I think the records at Eternal Weekend certainly showed that it was pretty much it was a lot of fair decks. Um, and I like that Cabal Therapy is a perfectly fine card to bring in against control decks. Like I just mentioned, even if you don't know at all what's in their hands, If you really need a solitude to resolve on an Uro or something, you just blind name Force of Will, and if they don't have it, okay, your solitude's resolving, right? That kind of thing. Um, and you might get a chance to flash it back for extra cards later. And yeah, it just seems like a really a nice card that is both good against combo and good against some fair decks, which is the big problem that I've been having with Deafening Silence for so long. Um, I only played the one. I didn't go that far out, but there is definitely a question of how many can we play. I think the answer is ultimately probably going to come down to what does the boarding look like against control. Control is probably the biggest non-combo matchup where we want discard spells. So I know you want four. I'm gonna play with numbers. We're just gonna play two for now, but I'm almost certainly gonna try three, and we'll maybe try four at some point. Um, so yeah, I think the boarding math there is ultimately where it's going to come down to how many therapies we can realistically play. Um, and the other big thing is that I think another reason you don't really need a card like Deafening Silence in the sideboard is that it is obviously nice having really hard turn one hate. Um, but I think it is kind of underrated, or at least not talked about a lot, that if, normally when we're talking about mono white, the two drops basically don't matter against combo. You really need turn zero, turn one hate. I think the fact that we have Thoughtseize now means you can actually bridge into your Thalias and your Teagues and your cards like that a lot more consistently, which means that you don't necessarily need a huge density of turn one hate in your board. Turn zero, sure. Turn one, less so. Yeah, I'll probably just play four on Sunday, um, and figure out where that's all going. So that's the story behind this Cabal therapy. Quick rundown of the tournament. It wasn't great. Round one, I played against Beans. It was 5 color with just the mostly black with the light splash for red. I think it was just for 1/4, as I figured out in game two. Um, Game one, they beamed me, whatever. Game two takes the rest of the round. I kill my opponent in turn three of turns because I thought sees their fourth Aerolingus on turn two, and then they don't really have a way to win anymore, but there's still an entire game to play. And they played it out. I'm pretty sure they were just playing for the 1-0 win, which, I mean, it's totally fair. My opponent has every right to do that, but it was very annoying to start off in the draw bracket in a format with up the beanstalk in it. So round two, I played against Beans again, basically the exact same deck, and it was basically the exact same thing. They fourth Aerolingus me in game one. Game two and three, I just sideboard into good cards and kind of demolish them. Round three, I play against a bug scam-ish deck. My draws just were not good. My deck just really wasn't. Nothing really interesting happened. I just kind of died because I wasn't drawing the cards I needed at the times that I needed to. So, and then round four, I played against a friend of mine from Rochester. He was kind of playing 4-color Zenith, but it's not base blue splashing green. It's really base green splashing blue. No cantrips, no Force of Wills. 46-minute game one. That was extremely winnable the entire time. If I drew a Recruiter or a Lauren in any of the 30 draw steps that I got in that game, win handily. I did not, and I die. And lose a 46-minute game one and drop from the tournament because I'm tired of playing against Leyline Binding. I went into a side event 3-0'd without even really having to think about it. But yeah, so that's kind of where it all ended up. So that part sucked, but it happens. Bad tournaments happen. I think one thing that I feel really good about is that I think I wish I wish my performance like showed it, but I think this is probably the best job I've ever done at identifying what the best build of D&T is for a tournament. I think a lot of times I'm just kind of going generally off of vibes, and I mean to a certain extent I am now, but like I think I was a bit more exploratory in like trying the cards that felt like they might work than I usually am. Um, and I think it really paid off. I mean, there was a ton of beans everywhere. There's a lot of painter at the top tables too, and that's kind of nice, you know, having the extra Lauren in here, having the rest in peace, things like that. Um, but yeah, overall, you know, I think the deck was well positioned. Wish I did better, but that's okay. Things happen, and now we're gonna get into playing our own games with this build. The only two differences really. Um, I'm playing the second Cabal Therapy in the sideboard. I cut the Containment Priest for now, just because I feel I don't know if Containment Priest is the right cut. I can say that I felt like the Containment Priest opposition agent slot in the sideboard feels really good when it's good, and abysmal when it just doesn't come into play. So I'm just gonna cut it for now and see how I get punished. Um, and then the only other difference is one nice thing about Cabal Therapy is that you don't always have a creature that you're happy to throw away. Samwise makes it that you basically are. This was in the list that Jason recently posted to Twitter. He just did like a 4-1 in a league. The upside of getting to play the Sam is that I also get to cut the mom that is currently a Canoptek Scarab Swarm. And so when this could be a Scarab Swarm, I get extra complaint equity about the fact that I can't play it online. So, you know, winning there for sure. But otherwise, the list is pretty much the same. I definitely could see cutting a Mindbreak Trap for the second. I think those are. I would say those are definitely the next cards on the chopping block for me. So, yeah, I think if initiative were not part of the format, I would almost certainly cut them. Because I think that is kind of like the tiebreaker for me on playing something else is that Mindbreak Trap can be a good tool against like really fast turn when initiative starts. It isn't always. Sometimes they just go Chrome Mox, Spirit Guide 4-drop, but the times where they go like Mox Lotus Petal and you Mindbreak Trap them feel like unlosable. And so I think it's worth it for that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's kind of what it comes down to. So, with all of that rambling done, we are going to get into a league and blind name some therapies and hopefully hit some cards. Basically, it's Council Judgment, hits Fourth, hits Saga tokens, hits Rhinos. Those are the big three differences. It's worse against 8 cast mostly. That's kind of the main matchup where it's worst because of all of their ward creatures. That said, I don't know how much that really matters because you really are relying on Battle of Bywater in that matchup now, more so than Council's Judgment. This hand ain't great. This Sam's pretty mid. This Cauldron makes it a 6-card hand, and it's not a very good one. I think we're gonna mull this. Ugh. Well, now we want another land and don't have one. You want to talk about the other time you hit multiple tokens? Yeah, we got to go to 5. Okay. Batterskull, and I don't really like Solitude on mulligans. That you might be right, Jason. I had that thought a little bit, but I wasn't really sure what the answer was. Yeah, we'll do this. Yeah, we'll lead on Caracas in case we. I don't want to get a black source that we don't necessarily need and then have the Caracas wasted. Um, so, Noble Hierarch. Interesting. Okay, Marsh Flats is a nice draw. I don't know what to expect, but I am going to go ahead and cast this Thalia. If it means that my mom lives, then that's great. Okay, Cradle Control, got it. Bayou Hierarch was probably a pretty big giveaway there, but not always obvious. Nice. Now I don't have to worry about Wasteland at all, so I'll just go ahead and Skyclave this Fiend Artisan. And hopefully they don't Natural Order, but we have a Caracas, so if they... Presumably the only thing they would get is Atraxa, and we already have an answer for that on board, so... Obviously Atraxa drawing 5 isn't great, but... It's... I have beaten Atraxa draw 6 against this deck off a turn 3 Natural Order before. It's... Maybe I won't be able to do it on a mold of 5, certainly, but... It is possible. One thing I have to be wary of is that... what is this? Is there Green Sun for something? Green Sun for 4. I wonder what they're... What's the 4? Or is this paying all their mana, maybe? Just for the bit. One thing I do want to be wary of is... Okay. Is that... where are my words? The build that Cass played in the top 8 of Eternal Weekend has a lot of Endurance's main deck, so we are going to have to be careful about attacking into them. Yes, Mom is a Magic the Gathering card. She is right here. I think I am just going to Skyclave the Grist. Yep. I am a little bit weak to a Natural Order right now, unfortunately, but I don't really think there's anything that we can do about that. Like, we're only answering one of these no matter what. Oh, they just casting Crater from hand? Yeah, okay. We had literally nothing against that. We're dead. Yeah, so I think the problem there is no matter what we recruit, we're still only dealing with one of these creatures, so the Cradle's still making a ton of mana. Teeg is great. Legion's Ashes is good. I like the Battle of Bywaters, and we can think about these therapies. We easily board out the Thalias and the Lauren. This is probably a pretty decent therapy matchup. What do we cut? I usually don't love the Batterskull in this matchup. And then what else? Sash is like not great. It could be the Sash. Could be a Wisp, but a flying attacker is notably a lot worse with Endurance in their deck, for what it's worth. Yeah, so the main reason I'm splashing Teeg is that 4th Aerlingus is a really dumb card. It is a really hard card to beat, and the best thing that a deck like this can do is keep it from ever being cast. D&Teeg is a really good way to keep an X spell from being cast, especially when you protect it with Crocus. So that's where the motivation for Teeg came from, and then he also happens to come in a bunch of other matchups. Yeah, let's try this. Yeah, I'll keep this. Let's see, what's the prediction at? 90% yes on blind naming therapy. I'm glad you all have faith in me. Hopefully I draw therapy and get to do it, because it would obviously be really annoying if I don't. Oh yeah, yeah, totally fair. The math certainly looks good for taking the no. Snuff out on mom works for me, and a pass. Okay. Um. Huh. No one drop is interesting. Um. Yeah, I think we just thought these now. I'm not gonna get too precious about it. I maybe should have actually. Oh, this hand is really bad, huh? I maybe should have gotten a swamp here and then gotten a savannah with the recruiter, because that, or sorry, get a savannah with this mesa, so that means we can cast a Teeg if we top deck it, because this cannot fetch green. Um, I take natural order because it's, or do I even? I guess there's like almost no way that this hand, it's going to be really hard for them to cast a Crater Hoof that can kill us. But there might be an argument for taking it anyway, but I'm pretty sure we just take the natural order. Take the natural order, swords the Fiend Artisan, and then their hand has Crater Hoof and nothing else. Yeah, I think that's what we go for. Yeah, it's Thoughtseize and Bowmasters are the black cards. Or the main ones. I'm also playing Cabal Therapy and this Legion's to Ashes, which is just another removal spell. It's not super, not that interesting. So that was Verdant for Bayou. Okay, got it. Nice. There's that Teeg I can't cast because I should have gotten a swamp with this. There we go. Notably, this is a matchup where I really wish I had Containment Priest. It is definitely Stoneforge o'clock. No question about that. Containment Priest, it's played here and there. I think D&T is probably the deck that plays it the most, but some white control decks will play a copy or two in their sideboards too. It's not that common though. Yeah, I want the white mana. All right, Stoneforge. There you are. Let's just draw a fetch land, a non-prismatic Vista fetch land, and then we'll cast Teeg and Stoneforge. Zenith for 1. Okay, okay. Nice. Never didn't have it. This Reclaimer doesn't do, like, basically anything, right? Because Cradle's already in play. Do we want... We're just cauldroning them here, right? Yeah, we are. Okay, Jax, hold on. Alright, I'm back. It's not a cleric tutor. A tutor's for any creature with toughness 2 or less. So every creature in the deck can be recruited for. Hmm. So they can double Cradle to cast this Crater Hoof. And I feel like I am not able to let them do that. Trying to figure out the best way to keep that from happening, though. If Caldra's on defense, is it beatable? It looks like no, because this is going to be 9. There's going to be 8, 16. It's going to be like 23 damage coming, even if we block the Crater Hoof. So I think we just have to Wisp Recruiter to get a Solitude and then pitch a Solitude on one of the Reclaimers. Or on the Dryad Arbor. Dryad Arbor cuts them off an extra mana because... Yeah, they would only be... It would mean they'd have to get 2 more land drops in addition. They have a Crater Hoof Behemoth in hand. That's the math that I'm doing. So the whole team is +4/+4. It's probably fine if they turn one of their bayous into another arbor, though, right? Because if... Let me think. It's hard to think when my dog is going crazy behind me. So I think the concern I have is if we just kill a Reclaimer, then... It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They need 1 more. I guess maybe it doesn't. Maybe the difference actually doesn't matter now that I'm looking at this. We're definitely doing this at least. We are doing this and we're getting a Solitude. And then if we exile the Hoof, it's 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, and it's 18. So we'd have to put Teeg and Stoneforge, or we have to put 4 toughness in the way. This is hard. I think I'm just going to get a Reclaimer out of here. Okay. Interesting. Are we just dead now? Now we might just be dead. Vial was definitely the worst draw here. um, not going for it. That's good for me. That's very good for me. I'm confused why they aren't, but I'll take it. Oh my god. Interesting. Well, I have to take the hoof because it kills me. They can natural order for Atraxa. I'm surprised they didn't do... I'm surprised they did neither of these. That's kind of weird to me. But I'm just going to take the hoof that kills me right now. Oh, right. They can't cast natural order. Duh. I forgot. Teeg doesn't live that long usually. It is not morning toast, but how's it going? All right. On to game 3. And no changes. Let's not forget to reveal Yorion. This hand's quite good against them. I'm happy to keep it. Basically, the only thing I want that it doesn't have is like a Thoughtseize. Hierarch's good. Hey, remember that thing it didn't have that I wanted it to have? Oh, let's go. Oh, this hand is also bad. Huh. Yeah, I mean, I don't care about either of these. I guess I take the oof. Take the oof. I'll Stoneforge for Jite next turn, and then the game will be over. Green Sun for 2. Okay, that's a good. That's a good. Jite is really good against them. Shepherd is like basically a vanilla 1/1 against us. It's pretty close to that. So we'll go ahead and kill that and move on and be sad we can't Stoneforge this turn, but it's fine. Here's the Misty. Oh boy. Jite has a lot of text. Be ready. Okay, that's their whole hands. Just dodge in natural order for a bit. Oh, you got me. Let's. I probably should have fetched there, but it's fine. Yeah, Jite, and then I think I want to waste the Arbor here. Is that ridiculous? It is not, because it keeps them off of a natural order top deck. Although it means we can't Jite them next turn, so maybe that's not worth it then. Maybe we just... Yeah, we'll wait. I would like to draw a white card. What is this? Green Sun for 3. Okay. Yeah, if you think Jite does not look good, it's just because you've never played with it. The card is astoundingly broken. Well, I should have fetched again probably. Hmm. So I'm not wasting again because now I have to hardcast this Solitude. The question is, what is the... Do I want to spend my mana casting Jite or putting Yorion into my hands? I guess it's probably Yorion because I can cast and equip Jite on the Solitude in a turn if... Or once I cast it anyway. Yeah, I don't think I have to spend the mana on Jite right now. And I'll put the Wasteland into play so that it's ready to hit something later. Yeah, I can... Nettle Cyst is not better than Umazama's Jite. I am very confident in saying that. It is... My card is so fucked up. It's okay if you don't understand. Just trust us. Jite is not okay. It is banned in Modern for a reason. I'm gonna go ahead and... I guess, do I attack? No, I can wait for the Reclaimer to untap. Interesting. Yeah, I'll just take 2 then. So the nice thing about Legions to Ashes here is that it means they can't trade with the Solitude, and I think an important thing here is that, like, if I cast Equip Jite, attack, they'll double block. I'll get to clear their board, but this Grist is still in play at 3 loyalty. Um, and I'm not sure that that's better than forcing them to it. Actually, if they block here, I guess we can just Legions the Grist is probably the maybe is I'm thinking too cute here, but I am thinking too cute. Yeah, I am. I am just trying to get really fancy when I don't need to. Oh, they just let Grist go. Wow, okay. I did not expect that. Um, I'm still double wasting, right? Yeah. Okay, and they just conceding. Yeah. All right. Well, I almost outsmarted myself, but thankfully came back to earth. I defer to everybody in chat about what's the best. I agree with everything that's been said. I just haven't been able to pay that much attention. I did not think it was a Waterfalls deck either, but that's okay. It's a good matchup for me, so I'll take it. Yeah, I think an important part of getting in is that Legacy community is quite generous. Cards get lended everywhere all the time. Um, and you might not have the connections now, but if you find a store that plays, you can. I would just go, maybe print out a proxy deck and be like, hey, I don't own cards, but I want to get into the format, try playing it with them, make some connections, and over time you'll probably might get to the point where that people are like, hey, do you want to borrow this deck for the weekly or for the tournament that's coming up? And I think that's probably it's basically an inevitability as long as you are showing yourself to be a good person in the community and talking with the right people. As for this hand is very, very mid, so I'm going to mulligan it. This hand is much better. I think that I will bottom. I'm on the draw, and I have a vial, and all these cards are great, so I'm going to go ahead and bottom the scrubland. Basic swamp, huh? Damn. Goodbye, Thoughtsus. Or goodbye, Vile. What a choice of swamp, too. I bet that looks good in foil. But man, white border just ain't it. Yeah, anything that's sanctioned. That's the key word you're looking for. Anything sanctioned can't have proxies. There are definitely stores that play, um, or that have non-sanctioned events, though they are not necessarily the norm. It just kind of, again, it depends what people are doing around you. So, ooh, yeah, the seventh foils in my cube are pretty hot. I have 3 of them, at least 3. Maybe there's a 4th. Inquisition. All right. It is officially 2015 or whatever. And you are getting Cauldred, my friend. Jason, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I went too far back. That was rude of me. Okay. We have a third unique discard spell has hit has hit the hands. Okay. It probably has to name Wasteland. Yeah, okay. Is Mom even doing anything in this matchup, or am I just attacking with her? I think I'm just attacking with her. Yeah, let's go. All right. Are we dead? I think we basically so swords would be fine, recruiter would be fine, solitude would be fine, wisp would be fine. So we have a lot of hits here. Or so recruiter is not actually. Um All right. Go for it, I dare you. Oh, recruiter was the reason that's all in the end. Yeah, okay. Yep. It sure was. Alright, they got us. Annoying. Well, I don't expect this to be tough, but we sure did not draw any of the cards we needed. Removal is good. This Thorn's probably going to be good, especially if they're on Helmline. Teeg might be good for similar reasons. It's not good against the depth side of the deck, but and what are we cutting? Thalia is probably pretty bad against both halves. Batterskull doesn't look very good. The Bowmasters don't look very good either. This might just be therapy. It's not great again because I don't know which. I rarely know which half of the combo I'm supposed to be worried about, but it's probably better than a Bowmasters. I'm not sure if anything else is worth bringing in. They could have an aggro plan from the sideboard with like Voidwalkers and opposition agents and stuff like that that make me want Battle of Bywater. But I don't think I want to go to that yet until I see what they bring in, if anything. Yeah, I think the therapies are going to be hard to use, but I think they're still they're still better than any of these cards. So yeah, we'll go for it. I would love to play first. What do we got? This hand is all 3-drops. And a Cauldra. Yeah, we can do better. Here we go. Our first blind name with Cabal Therapy. We're putting back a land. I'm not sure which. Probably just the plains, right? Or maybe we put back the Mesa so that we don't have to. If we fetch Swamp here, go in Plains Waste, then we never have to worry about Opposition Agent, which seems like a decent card for them to get rid of. I could also Vistas with white. It depends whether they have Wasteland, although they're probably not a Wasteland deck. Yeah, so we just keep the Mesa. And we'll get a Scrubland with it. Alright, chat. I think I am either naming Dark Ritual or I am naming Vampire Hexmage. I am leaning towards Dark Ritual because Hexmage, although, well, if they, I guess if they don't have a Hexmage, do they even have anything to Ritual into? Dark Rituals, yeah, I think Dark Ritual being more likely to hit makes sense. If they have a Ritual without a Hexmage, I wonder if I even care about it. The thing is, like, this is hard. Oh, I don't hate the Pithing Needle name. Alright, I'm gonna go Dark Ritual. Okay. They are on Hexmage and like nothing else. Got it. So they can cast a Hex Mage or go Inquisition, play Depths. They are thinking real hard about it. All right. Vault Inquisition me. Goodbye, Recruiter. It was nice knowing you. Oh, that was not the right land to play. I definitely should have played the Wasteland there. That was dumb. Inquisition can only hit cards CMC 3 or less. They have the Recruiter is the only thing they can take. It's possible I was supposed to flash in the Bowmasters to take the Hex Mage here. Just use the Orc Army token. Although I don't really see a way that they're going to be able to... I think the Bowmasters is going to be dealing with the Hex Mage one way or another. Either they put it into play and we Bowmaster it, or they don't and we therapy it. There's the stage. There's a map. Okay. Interesting. And is this the Shadow Spear they're casting? Okay, cool. Start with the attack. Later, thank you for stopping by, and I hope you come back again. So I think we take the Hex Mage now. Well, there's the Dark Ritual. So that's what's in their hand now. We are definitely playing the Wasteland and passing. Hello, Kuroto. Thank you so much for stopping by. How are you doing? Yeah, they did. That literally, yeah, that was a Thoughtseize bug, Dark Ritual. That's so BM. What are you doing? My opponent's taking a weirdly long time to perform their actions for someone with the 2019 showcase avatar. It's kind of weird. Okay, Urza Saga makes sense. I'm sad about it, but it makes sense. Can I just draw another Wasteland, please? Or Lauren would be fine too. Um, hmm. So the Saga can get a needle, potentially. Wasting the Saga is probably where we're at. I think Waste Saga put Yorion in our hands. Yeah, I think I'd actually do like getting damage into. Alright. My main concern is that they could just make a Lage right now, but we do have the answer to it. As long as they don't, they have to have Thought Seize specifically. I wonder if I was supposed to think about Surgical in the matchup. Probably not, but it would be nice to just deal with the first steps and then never have to worry about it again. There's the depths. I think that I would rather pitch Yorion than the Skyclave. How do we play around none of this world? Is it just we hold back Wisp? Is that all you mean, or? Interesting. Okay. Um, yeah, I'm just going for it. They ritual for Lage, I will just Solitude. Yep. Okay. And they don't. Presumably looking for a mana source. They could again. Yeah. I also. I'm surprised they haven't played this Chrome Mox either, but now they have the mana for it. Um, three. Oh, they're playing a Deluge. That's annoying. That is a nice draw. And now I'm going to get rid of the Shadow Spear. Yeah. I was wondering if I was going to get Deluge too. It was in the back of my mind. Tournament weekend did not go great in terms of the tournament. It went well for other reasons. I don't want to go through the whole thing again, but the top of the VOD was basically a quick run through all the things that happened during the weekends, including picking up this fun little card right here. Yeah, it'll be on YouTube. Yep, YouTube or Twitch VODs, whichever. Nice brag toast. Alright, they are not going for it. Or are they going for it now? Now they're going for it. Nope. 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 Interesting. Okay. There were so many foil therapies. It was wild. Found like at least 6 just between like 3 vendors. Oh no, now my planes are all broken. I mean, the Thoughtseize is never getting better, right? So we might as well cast it now. Interesting. Very, very interesting. None of it really matters, so I guess I just take take a ritual. I don't know. All right, there's another thing I can Skyclave. Yeah, now they are. If we just top deck Caracas, it's all over. So I agree. I think that was probably the turn to gain 20, just the end of that turn at least. Okay, so they're not dead to a wasteland now. They're still dead to Caracas. They're probably dead to my hand still, but no, not the second Lage. It's kind of funny to draw it now, but oh well. I'm just gonna make him use all their resources. There's not really a reason not to. Get rid of both stages. You could make the argument that Mom is the better card to pitch to Solitude, but I think I just want to start attacking for 5 here. I guess maybe attacking for 5 is bad. They could have... Yeah, I think I actually am supposed to just attack with these. Alright, one more land and the game is super over. I wonder if vaults are in because of Beseech. We haven't seen it, but it's possible. Or for Saga also, yeah. Okay, they're gonna gain another 20, I guess. Yeah, Beseech makes more sense to me because when you have the disparate combos in your deck, you kind of need a way to make sure you assemble them consistently. All right, cool. Why would you say that? Why would you even put that out into the world? I also notably did I beat it? Rite of Consumption? No, because I needed one more white card actually. No. No, I did beat Rite of Consumption. Didn't mean so. Well, that's what I mean. Once I drew the land, yeah, I was fine. Yep, and they concede. All right. I have a gift. Oh, is it my favorite drink? It is my favorite drink. I forgot that was game 2. I forgot that we lost game 1. Notably, we didn't see. It is not Baja Blast. It is, what's it called? It's the Emerald Matcha drink from Wawa. Yeah, resubmitting. Should have rethought the Teeg in our deck. Although Beseech still might be in there. It's hard to say. Does he say that? Um, this hand's okay. It definitely needs to draw a third land, but it's good against Helm, good against Merit Lage, kind of good against both. I think it's kind of slow, but I think we keep it. This culture is obviously awkward, but I think this hand does a pretty good job at not dying, um, and that is probably the most important thing in this matchup. So, Needle on Wastelands, you got it. Uh huh. Uh huh. Okay. Okay. I needed this to get a swamp again, and then have this get a Savannah. Teeg has been messing up my mana a lot today. Gotta get that Bayou in our deck. Not actually. I think you really can't play Bayou. Yeah, I think the Thoughtseize is likely to be better than the Teeg, even though this feels really bad. But I definitely goofed. Deluge. Okay, get out of here. So the hand is nothing. So the hand is actually nothing. Are they maybe just mapping for Saga then? Yep. We have the Lauren. We just need to draw another land for it. That is not another land. All right. Goodbye, Lauren. Given what we've seen, Teague doesn't seem to do anything. I think it sort of depends on like whether Helm is actually in the deck, because we have not actually seen a single Helm piece of the deck. So I think this Thoughtseize is again never getting better, and I probably just have to fire it off now. Like it makes sense if that it at least makes sense for them to have a card they're not casting, because they need all their mana to make a Saga token. I'll take that. That works. All right, let's get that plains. Kill this construct. We'll see what this Saga gets. They've used a map. They've already used. We've seen map and Shadow Spear and Needle. They might have another Needle since they're a depth deck, but not sure. Another map. Okay. Needlelessly needled. Alright, another needle out of their hand. Sure. Alright, well now I wish this Teague was maybe a surgical on this Saga. Would be pretty cool. Needle on Stoneforge. Interesting. This second Saga is definitely gonna hurt. But we can at least cast this Teague and hope that it does something. We can still draw Lauren. We can draw Recruiter. Wisp even would be fine. Nope. Ah! Hello? What's going on? It does make sense for a deck like this to have Torpor Orb in it. I am upset, but it makes some sense. We can buy a lot of time, but I'm not sure how we get ahead with this orb in play. Their deck is just full of maps? Okay, yeah, this is a problem. I need to fetch with this stuff. Well, oh, they got depths this time. That's better for me. They had him in their deck this whole time? Sure. Yeah, you got it. So I need Caracas is like my only out, really. But I have at least 2 draw steps to find it. Therapy is not good here. I'm not afraid to say it. Therapy was a bad draw. Let's get 1 land out of there. And okay. Sure. That's how it's gonna be, huh? I should have therapied myself. Naming therapy. Oh, Amelia just said it. Yeah. It's funny how that Torpor Orb ended up not actually doing anything because we just drew garbage after that anyway. Urza Enjoyer, huh? That's not suspicious at all. What is this hand? What is this? What is this? We get the Thoughtseize, we have some Wastelands, we have a Solitude that could be cast with the Orion. I don't know. I'm basically relying on these Wastelands actually being good if I'm keeping this hand. So it would basically have to be notably a Saga deck, which someone with the name Urza Enjoyer definitely could be. I'm going to take the risk. I don't think this hand is great, but I think it's worth trying. Hey, Romario, how's it going? How was your Eternal Weekend? Plains Aether Vial, huh? Interesting. Am I then... I guess this vial means that I can't really hold this Thoughtseize for Cauldra anyway, so I am still just going to Thoughtseize then turn one. Okay. Okay, that's what's happening. What the fuck? Okay. Someone's out to get me. What's going on? Why have I played against 2 decks with Torpor Orb effects in a row? Okay. Slivers, Viled, and Topped. Oh my god. What is going on? Yeah, I'm gonna play this Wastelands, and we'll put Yorion in our hands, and we have this Solitude up if they go, like... I guess if they Violent Hushbringer, then we're just dead anyway, right? Thanks. I hope so, too. Okay, I can deal with that. I can deal with that. No, I can't. Gross. I forgot about the stupid Lightning Greaves. God, that's annoying. Can I afford not to do this? I don't think I can. Yeah. I mean, Lightning Greaves on Mom is pretty hot, right? Maybe we should be playing it. I hear that GT card isn't very good. How you doing, Samantha? What am I doing here? I could Wasteland them, but I don't think it really does anything, and with the at the rate that I'm drawing lands, I think I just have to cast this Batter Skull next turn, so I can't really afford to waste lands. It's like basically the only thing I have going on right now. Mm-hmm. Nice try, Toast. We didn't Bowmaster because I'm tired of making mistakes. In all honesty, since I saw Mom, I'm sort of interested in keeping Bowmaster around for that. But they also do have a plow face up, so there's that too. So really, we're just going to ping them for one. Let me get a swords out of their hand, but I don't think that really matters. Two mana Oswald Fiddlebender. So they get to tutor up a 2 or a 3 drop. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I get it. He's gonna play against main deck Torpor Orb decks right now. Why is this happening to me? What did I do to deserve this? Alright, sure. You win. I hope you're proud of yourself. Oh yeah, so this matchup I'm pretty sure is just a nightmare. And there's nothing to really do about it. Thalia doesn't look very good. This Batter Skull isn't very good either. My whole deck is kind of bad, huh? I think since I saw Mother of Runes, I want to keep in the Bowmasters. That might be their only target, though. Could see Sash, could see Bowmasters. I think I'll do this. Yeah. I would love to play first. What do we got? This hand's okay. It's not great. Maybe this hand's fine. If they have a Saga, we have a Wasteland for it. We have Crocus for Fiddlebender, apparently. We also have Battle for... Battle is a Dreadnought answer that still works if they have a Torpor Orb or whatever in play. I think I'll go for this. And that's what this year Wasteland is for. Get out of here. I didn't really need the second vial, but I guess I'll cast it. Another saga. Well, what's that for? All right, here we go, folks. Another blind name with Cabal Therapy. I'm feeling like I want to name Hushbringer. That's where my head is at. Oh my god, there's so many fucking cards in their hands. What is this? Target creature. Okay, I stop. Um, okay. I am immediately flashing this back to get rid of the Torpor Orb. Get rid of that. Yeah, sure. Attacking was right. Yeah. Planes. Are you fine? Whatever. Okay. Sure. All right. We're fine. Everything's fine. They can dismiss this, but it's fine because then we have the battle to kill it. Interesting, interesting. Oh, well, that's pretty sick. Cool. Alright, we're gonna be okay. I'm just putting this in now before anything stupid happens. Goodbye. So they played the Gardens, right? And now they're playing Greaves, sure. Do I want to attack with Lauren, or do I want my mana up next turn? I think I want my mana up next turn. So now we are good for as long as they don't find another orb effect. Yeah, they need them all. The deck doesn't work at all without them. And I'm pretty sure it's an 8. I'm pretty sure it's a full 8 orbs and Hushbringers. They could be honor guards too, for all I know. Okay. Oh, I supposed to just Vile and Yori on there. I expected them not to attack. That was really dumb. I guess if they attack again, then I'll just... I mean, if they attack now, they're going to attack the next time too, right? They could also just have a Plow in their hand, I guess. Or no, because they bounce with Caracas anyway. So I guess I was supposed to put it in end of turn then to make them bounce. I guess they're not gonna spend the mana anyway. So never mind. I am just wrong about everything. I can't kill Canoness because the Hushbringer's in play. I guess I just pass here. I think I activate here. Yeah. I think my draws right now are on average better than theirs. And also I need to kill them eventually. Oh, they have their own wastelands. I did not expect that. Yeah, sure. Oswald, yep. Skrelv. Interesting. Okay. Wait, what? Oh my god, where did my I don't know what happened to my end step stop, but it was gone. Sure. There we go. Now it's fine. What? Okay. No, I didn't know about the painter half of this deck. I've never played against it before. Well, they are a mana short technically. Um, all right, plow. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hello. Nope. The reason I didn't do it when they were tapped out is that they didn't. They needed to draw another land, and if I do it now and then I don't draw plow and I'm drawing them into a land, that's way worse than just waiting until their end step. Okay, sure. I guess that's fair. I guess so. So untapping definitely loses to land off the top. Tapping it now could be better. Yeah. Okay. All right. I see that. Okay. No torpor orbs this match, please. I'm begging you. I've played against this person before. I think they were on like Helm line before. I think. I don't remember for sure. Well, that was great, and we also don't have. I don't think we have sheets near us. I'm saying it's not amazing, but removal is good. I will not cast this mom into the turn 2 of a black deck. Okay, they're playing black green scam, maybe. Interesting. Yeah, resolves. Interesting. That's not the one I would have taken. Spawn might just get Bow Mastery, but at least it's taking up something other than their turn 2 mana. If they just push, yeah, that's fine. Generous End. Whoa. Yeah, I'll go ahead and plow this now. Just buy all the time. This is a grief matchup. They're on 3 cards. I think I'll not put Yorion in my hands right now. Cast Wissoplop. Okay, yeah, I can see that. And it's hard for Wisp to get value in this matchup anyway. Ooh. What do you got going on over there? A main deck Veil of Summer is what you have going on. Okay, sure. Whatever. We're really going through it tonight. Alright, goodbye swords. Yep, there's Smoggin. Come on, Skyclaver, something. Alright, just don't have the last card be Smog. That's all I'm asking for. Oh yeah, we totally should have. I don't know what I'm doing. Other than mistaking. Okay, that's fine. Everything is totally fine. It was all part of a plan that I could have done this turn the exact same way with way lower risk. It was all according to plan. What? All right. We still have like 400 good draws. Let's get one of them. I didn't need to get the Savannah, but that's fine. That works. Is that better? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it matters. It's definitely the first time I've done it. It might be the first time it's ever happened. What are they even milling? Oh, another spirit guy. Oh. Stop! Give me a break. Who hurt you? Okay. Joke's on you. Joke's on you, opponent. I'm just dead. Yeah, since they had grief, we probably should have just wasted, and that was foolish of me to keep it in hands. What can this recruiter do? We can recruit a Skyclave. We can Skyclave the grief. They can minus the insect token to kill the Skyclave given the 4/4 they attack with Witherbloom. We go down to 2. We then still have the ability to G10 recruiter attack, kill the Witherbloom. We just need to draw something that that deals with the 4/4 illusion. That's probably our best line. Well, we can start with this. Is Bowmaster's better? I'm not sure. I guess it probably is. I mean, it gives us a lot more bodies in play. We can equip, which means it means they have to minus before attacks, which is actually really good with us. I think forcing them to minus with the grist if they don't want us to get GT counters is a pretty big cost. So I think that is a good enough reason for me to go for this. Greased is a -2. It is definitely a -2. Um, I guess I don't want to flash it. I guess doing it now makes them. I guess the difference is we get to um, keep the more valuable creatures in play, but maybe that's worse. I'm not sure. Um, any creature, and we are alive. We made it. Oh, I did give them a life, didn't I? That was pointless. It's all right. It's all right. They're just flooding. They're flooding like we did earlier. We're good. And now we have the solitude. We're totally fine. I likely should be fetching to thin. I do I just slam the solitude here? I think we probably do at this point, right? Just get like way out of range. Are they scooping? Yeah, they're scooping. All right, cool. We lived. Yeah, I should have fetched the thin. I was just like not putting the not putting the fetch into place. So I didn't even think about clicking it, but obviously it's definitely safe to do so once I have that many counters. These cards aren't great. I don't. Lauren's not great either. Maybe we do something like this. Does that make sense? We could potentially bring in surgical to hit. I guess also the therapies should be considered here. Lauren answers the wicked token. Good point. Good point. You got me. Huh. No, Sash is good, right? They're a reanimate deck. I want Sash. I can see not wanting therapy. And I'm probably not like trying to make a room for surgicals. It's just I think I would rather have surgical than these cards. Yeah, this looks fine to me. Oh yeah, mom for surgical makes sense. That's true. This hand is pretty awkward. Yeah, I think this hand just is way too gross. This works. Keep bottom the wisp here probably. Yeah. All right, goodbye, Vile. Notably, our 7 was way worse against Thoughtseize, so. Alright, I get it, I get it. Okay. Taking the Skyclave then, maybe? Maybe it's the Jutei. Okay. I think here I'm tempted to just recruit. Uh, they missed the land drop, so they're not really threatening us, threatening the combo at all right now. Tempted to recruit for Solitude, maybe. I could just Skyclave the Grief that just looks a little worse into them. Just like pushing it or something. I think I like getting Solitude here just to be safe. It's either Solitude or Stoneforge, yeah. I guess since I just said that, I'm not in danger of getting comboed next turn. I think Stoneforge actually makes sense. Yeah. It's a more consistent way of beating this board as it is. Alright, still no lands. Caracas is... I'm not sure if Caracas matters, actually. But I think we just got Cauldra here. Yeah. And then I guess I think about... Oh, what are they doing? Decay on the Stoneforge. Huh. And they had to pitch a Spirit Guide for that. Yeah, I'm playing this, Mom. Lightning Greaves. Let's calm down. Let's not go that far. Oh, right. Duh. Menace. Yeah, I'm happy to trade my mom for this. Weird surgical. Nothing to do with it yet, but okay. Let's see what we've placed in this 5th match of this league of all completely normal decks. Still some beverage in there, but it's hiding from me. All right, I'll take the play. What do we got going on? Thoughtseize into Stoneforge works for me. I'm not playing spicy popcorn, although I do love the throwback. I'm worried. Do they not play normal decks? Forest Seasoned Dungeoneer. Got it. They do not play normal decks. Also, this Thoughtseize ruined their day. Normal amount. Also, yeah, wait a second. That didn't even cast the turn 1 Dungeoneer. I guess it did if you draw any colored spell. I guess I didn't need to play my land. Because I'm about to get my own. Do you dare forge onto this Undermountain Adventurer? Oh, right. They just... Right, duh. They don't have the initiative. I just took it from them. What? They tried to copy my germ? Alright. What a day. What a day. Yeah, I don't want this cheat day. What is happening to me right now? I just don't I don't know what's going on. Sure, I'll Thoughtseize you. Why not? Okay, they concede. Okay. I don't know whether they were green and white. They did show us red. I don't know if they're playing fourth Airlingus or not. I usually like Lauren against initiative. At least cut on the Thalias, and then I think I wait for them to show me fourth. Oh, also Mindbreak Traps. Alright, I can get the Jite. I usually never do, but I'll click it this time. Minsk. Okay, alright, yeah. The One Ring. Okay, got it. Understood. Heard. I am playing Mindbreak Trap. I am playing D&Teeg, and I'm figuring out what to cut for them. Do they have Fable? They don't have Fable, so they're playing Mox. Oh god. Okay. All right. I'm gonna cut this Lauren. Actually, I usually bring it in because it's so good against Fable, but they're not playing Fable. Sash is usually cuttable. And do I even want the first Lauren if I don't want to board in the second? Probably not. This deck is a nightmare. Yeah, we'll go with this. And this works. Hand is good against the average deck, but too slow against initiative. This hand has a lot going for it, actually. Keep bottom the batter skull. If they have a ridiculous turn one, then hopefully this mind break trap works. That's a good sign. It's another good sign. All right, this mind break trap is winning the game on the spot. See ya. Goodbye. And now I could either play a land to get up to the Stoneforge or just waste their city. And yeah, I'm wasting their city. Then they'll just never cast a spell again. All right. No, we're just getting rid of everything. They're so dead. Oh, Bamba. This is an interesting choice, actually, because they can cast both off of soul lands. I guess it's... But you can cast... They can cast Bombardier off for any mana source, so I probably take... Bombardiers... It is true. If they throw the Mox at me, I'm pretty happy with this. But I think because... I think, yeah, I think... Yeah, I guess that's fair. When the initiative isn't happening, we have infinite time to deal with what they're doing. So even if it's more likely that they cast the Bomba, I'll still be totally fine. Yeah, okay. Alright, I'm into that. Alright, cool. Everything is fine. It's an annoying time to draw Vial. But yeah, we're still casting the Stoneforge. Still getting the Cauldron. Oh, now that their extra mana source is Lotus Petal, they really can't throw that Mox at us or they're dead. But they do, okay. Are they conceding or no? Okay, no, they're holding priority or something. I am inclined to agree with you, Toast. I think the Dungeoneer take was right though, because it just like the initiative has immediacy, even if we're able to deal with it, we have to deal with it right now. The Bombardier is just a 2-2 basically, with the way that this game. It was almost a worse than a 2-2 because it made them think about throwing their mocks at the Stone Forge, which then made it so that they would never cast another spell for the rest of the game. Presumably, it's looking like that's what's going to happen. Whoa, warrior? That's a warrior? That's not a warrior. Seasoned Engineer is a warrior. I don't know what else is. Is Undermountain Adventurer a warrior, maybe? Yep, there you go. Cool. Figured it out. And here's the Yorion that will win the game. As if we needed it. We didn't really, but I will happily take one turn off the clock. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. What are you doing? Just gonna hit me for 4 damage? You never know, Toast. You just never know. All right, very normal decks tonight. Extremely, extremely normal ones. Notably, only 2 losses were to Torpor Orb. So I'll take that. You know what? Um, I am sorry to say, squad, I did not successfully blind name anything with therapy. I got really close that one time against Mono White Painter / Dreadnought. I named the wrong orb effect, flashed it back to take the one that they actually had, and then they Thoughtseize Bug top decked the one that I drew, or the one that I named the first time, which is gonna sting for the rest of my life. However, yeah, that's true. I was close on the depths one. So, I mean, I think the fact that I am close, having basically never cast Cabal Therapy in my life ever, I will take that win. And we're definitely gonna play more of this card. I'm gonna keep it in my sideboard for now. I'm probably gonna Just to keep drawing it. Might just figure out how to get the full 4 in the deck somehow for Sunday. Keep trying it out. Who knows? Maybe 4 is just right, and we'll figure out how to find the room for them. We didn't draw Sam at all, unfortunately. I could see cutting Sam. I could see going down on maybe Wisp. I'm not sure. Maybe cut a trap for the 3rd in the sideboard. Not totally sure, but there's a couple different ways to go about. Anyway, that is going to do it for us this evening. I'm going to go find someone to raid while I resolve the prediction. So many clicks to do this. Give me 1 second. Oh my god. Can you please not load so slow, Twitch? I would really appreciate it. Alright, 1 step at a time. Where's that prediction? There we go. Here's the prediction. The no's unfortunately win it, but hopefully we'll do better next time. And who do we got streaming some Legacy? Oh hey, there's me. I'm streaming Legacy, but who else? I'll go ahead and throw it over to someone playing Reanimator. Sure, let's go there. I am kind of a Samwise hater. I think he's like fine. I figured it was worth trying him out because he does kind of make therapy into a cool combo. Just getting to sack something real, but then bring it back right away. Kind of neat. Didn't draw it, but alas. So shipping you over to Shallow Grave for some Reanimator gaming, and I will see you all on Sunday. And until then, have a good night.